Alright, so I'm a little tipsy tonight, and I thought we'd do a fun react. Recently, Brittany Venti put out this piece called Pokimane Kaceytron, the Performative Innocence Act, and this'll be a fun watch.
I bought an engagement ring for myself.
I realised shortly after my 46th birthday that I wasn't going to get a wife, so I decided I'd marry myself.
Person that you
Honestly, kind of based. You know, it's like the Keanu Reeves thing, where Keanu Reeves, did that whole thing where he took himself out on dates. You know, that's kind of the thing that he does. People can make fun of that and think that's cringe, but I think that's cool. You know, can't love somebody else if you can't love yourself first, right?
are engaged to the most in your entire lifetime is your damn self.
Is declared
I mean, technically she's not wrong. Ooh.
his marriage by the joining of hands and by the giving and receiving of a ring. I therefore proclaim him husband.
Will I
W.
be with me for the rest of my life? Well, yes, I've no choice.
You know, a lot of people were saying that Pokimane was rage baiting with this, but I don't even know if you can call it rage baiting. When you think about rage baiting, I feel like rage baiting requires you to I don't know, intentionally try to piss off your audience. But when she was filming that video, do you seriously think she was intentionally trying to piss off the audience? I mean, I'm not ruling it out, but I wasn't really the vibe I got from the video. Now, you can think that, hey, I think that's kind of pathetic as, a 30-year-old, why aren't you married? I guess you can have that opinion. I disagree with that take, by the way. But I guess you're entitled to have that.
Sometimes I think, oh, I could have married her. I'm really very happy.
I hope someday I actually get engaged.
I mean, listen, maybe one day, maybe someday.
For my damn self.
Who is she trying to do an impression of? A black woman?
For my damn self.
Well, I mean, Pokimane is Moroccan, so she is, black to some capacity. I always thought Pokimane was an Asian woman. When I first saw her, she definitely looks a lot more Asian, but she's definitely, she's Moroccan, so that counts as being black.
She wants to be me so bad. Nothing entices a man to want to propose to you like being desperate and cringy on the internet. That'll show them how in demand you are. If that ugly ring doesn't do it, then her black scent surely will do the trick. I saw a tweet that's
crazy.
Said the male equivalent of this is
I mean, listen, Pokimane is Moroccan, like I said, so
getting a robot girlfriend. And
oh god, not the Dexter Morgan profile picture, bro. It's really interesting how Dexter as a show has had a huge comeback.
And I couldn't agree more. I made a video on Pokimane before. We like to call her Phonymane here. And recently...
Oh yeah, that's right. And the reason why, I remember a couple years back, I think it was 5 years ago, 6 years ago maybe, 5 years ago, Brittany Venti made another hit piece on Pokimane a while ago. Same on Anissa. And the Anissa one was actually fairly solid, and this was before all the fucking blackface stuff that Brittany Venti did for attention. And but yeah, I mean, Brittany Venti has not exactly had the cleanest reputation. She was known for getting big on stream by trolling people on GTA Online and then being super right-wing and being kind of a pick-me. That's kind of who Brittany Venti is.
She's been making a lot of content about how she totally doesn't care that she's turning 30 years old and unmarried, because that's what you do when you don't care, you know? You just make a lot of content about how you don't care. There's been a lot of pressure on her, people asking why she's still single. They're basically saying she's aging out of being late girlfriend simulator. She recently had a controversy where she said that she misses when Twitch wasn't all about clip farming, and now she's doing
I mean, yeah, she does clip farm a lot, to be fair, which is I don't know. Now, you could interpret that as hey, you know, I miss when you didn't have to clip farm to actually make it on Twitch or make it on social media. I guess you could interpret it that way if you wanted to be charitable to her, but she also clip farms herself, which, I don't know. It's totally possible the tweet could go either way. Not that big of a deal.
This rage bait thing where she's proposing to herself. She said, I don't
really think her proposing to herself was really rage bait, though. Could you really call it rage bait? I mean, I guess you can't rule it out, but, she wasn't really intentionally trying to, piss people off. At least I didn't take it that way.
when streaming was about gaming, not just drama baiting and clip farming. So I saw this and I knew it was BS, and I told her, you are literally the reason they added the IRL just chatting section on Twitch. Mods banned anybody else out of game for more than 20 minutes, but they let you run your Dr. Pokey segment talking to your viewers out of game for hours. Twitch astroturfed you, so don't cry now. She proceeded to block me again, and when other people
Again? What prompted her to unblock you the first time?
said the same thing that I did, she just deleted the tweet. Ponymane's crying, there's no more real girl gamers. There's no more girl gamer content. She's the one who used to play League of Legends and then crop out her client so it wouldn't show that she's not playing a ranked game. She titled her streams as Diamond, which is a higher rank in League. It's one of the higher ranks. She used to always put
Oh, she's definitely boosted. Like, absolutely. Like, she definitely, like, played with people and, like, got people to, like, boost her rank, for sure. Now, is that the biggest deal ever? No. Like, I don't think that's, like, really that big of a deal. Like, if it was back in the day, I probably would be like, oh my god, that's crazy. What a fake. Oh my god, I probably would have made it a much bigger deal back in the day. Because I remember, like, I had such a huge hate boner for Pokey back in, like, 2019 or 2020. It was, like, absolutely, like, I fucking hated this girl's guts. Like, something about her really irritated the shit out of me. But, like, nowadays, I kind of just don't care. Like, obviously, I still think that she's a little bit of an inauthentic person. I don't think she puts on a very real personality. I definitely think she's, like, putting on a front when she streams. And you could even argue that she, like, thirst traps a little bit. But, like, at the end of the day, like, she's got to do what she's got to do to get her bank. You know, she's obviously on that grind. I'm not really... You know, there are way worse people than Pokey in the world. She's not really the most egregious, so I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not really... I just don't really shit myself over her anymore.
Diamond in the title. And then when she would do that, she wouldn't play competitive games on stream. She would play normal, non-ranked games. And then she proceeds to cut the client on screen so that viewers are unable to tell if she's playing a competitive match.
Pop out. It looks sexy.
She literally started her girl gamer career on the false premise of being good at said video game. Pokimane really is the most boosted streamer ever. She got so much favoritism from Twitch staff, and it's for two reasons. It's
Maybe. It's possible.
because of her political standing, being on the left, aligning with Hassan, for example, on a lot of things, and because
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
they wanted to
I don't, like, Pokimane doesn't really strike me as a political person, but if I had to guess her politics, she probably is more left-leaning.
screw her.
Manipulating numerous women in my community by faking a sexual and romantic relationship with me. Basically, he would talk about how I was emotionally and romantically and otherwise abusing him. And he would say that we would like meet up at these hotels, at TwitchCon, at this or that. Mind you, I've never met him. I have not met this person once in my life. I've obviously never spoken romantically, anything near to him.
Pokimane is
Why don't you try to date him then? You know, you never know. Just because he manipulated people or talked to people is like trying to say that you were manipulative and that you were abusive to some kind. Maybe he'll be a nice guy if you don't knock it until you try it. You know, truly they get better if you actually do date them, right? Surely.
currently trying to sanitize her image, whether it be about being a real girl gamer who wants real girl gaming back, or how she's retconning her dating past, trying to now market herself as a little angel that's a hopeless romantic.
I'm not super into nightlife, and a lot of people more so are, which is fine. I am a hope.
Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I like nightlife. I usually like bars more than anything. Like, clubs are cool and all, but like, like, I feel like clubs are fine. I would like to DJ one day. That's definitely on my bucket list. I have to learn how to DJ 100%, but I'd probably DJ for like maybe parties or like personal friends. I wouldn't like DJ for the public. I might actually, I don't know. I might consider it. Who knows? It would really depend on the situation, but I'm definitely more of a bar person. I know a lot of nice bars that I go to. I'm definitely, you could say I'm a nightlife person.
That's romantic.
Maybe it's because I am Xenoct.
At the end of the day, I'm really into celibacy, and that can range from not kissing on the first date to saving yourself for marriage. It's a whole spectrum, as both physical and emotional intimacy releases oxytocin, which makes you feel connected to someone, even though you may not.
Yeah, I mean, Pokimane kind of strikes me as a bit of a promiscuous person more than people might realize. I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that. And what I mean by that is, like, she's probably more of a casual dater. Like, she's more of somebody that, like, probably dates casually. She maybe sleeps with a lot of guys, which is fine, by the way. Like, I don't judge women who do this. I think there's a weird double standard that men are seen as kings for sleeping with a lot of women. They're like, oh my god, legend, king, you get a lot of pussy and stuff. But then, like, women, when they sleep with a lot of, like, guys, they're seen as, like, a slut or a whore or whatever. That's, like, a weird stigma. It's also a weird double standard. I never understood it, personally. I think it's just, like, kind of, like, strange. So yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like, listen, if a woman sleeps with a lot of guys, like, you live your life. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's fine.
Be compatible. We often think that falling in love is a mystical, rare experience, and in a world that's become only more hypersexual, kind of feels like pacing oneself is the new counterculture. The only soft launch you will ever see from me is a ring on my finger, okay?
I mean, I guess, you know, do your thing, right?
A man in my life.
I am curious, though, what is Brittany Venti's fucking problem with Pokimane? Like, I guess you can have a problem with her for being fake and stuff, like, that's totally fine, but, like, I don't know, yes, you could criticize Pokimane for handling drama poorly in the past, you could criticize Pokimane for not being a real person, for sure. Like, there are things to criticize her for, but she's definitely not, like, somebody you should fucking hate to the 1,000,000th degree, you know what I mean? Like, there are way worse people that exist than Poki, by far.
Is but a man in my life, until he's my husband.
I feel like that's something that promiscuous women say. A man in my life?
I mean, yeah, she probably is promiscuous. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. She's more of like a casual dater, and maybe eventually she would like to get married someday. It is what it is. Like, you know, that's the lifestyle she chose. So let her do her thing, I guess. What's stopping her?
It's just but a damn man in my life. You know, when her blackie man comes out.
Super picky when
I mean, she is Moroccan, so, you know, that's, she do be blackie main, I guess.
it comes to dating. Yes. But because I don't date. I look for a pre-arrangement to marriage. I'm not picky in terms of like what someone does or honestly how someone looks, but I'm picky in marriage first. My lifestyle's pretty particular.
Sounds like to me she's a gold digger because
I mean, like, she probably, like, she doesn't really go for looks. She just wants a guy who probably makes a lot of money because, like, you know, she wants a guy who's going to add on to her life. And as most women would, like, if you look at Pokimane and where she's at in her life right now, right? She's pretty rich, I would say. Like, she's one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. She has a lot of money. You know, she probably has a pretty solid lifestyle. Not to say that she doesn't have things that she goes through, probably, because, like, rich people can go through shit, too. You know, I'm not saying they don't. Your life's easier when you're rich because you have more access to things with money, but money doesn't always buy you happiness. You can still be depressed and be rich, right? Like, that's still, like, a very real thing. I would say she's probably, like, she just wants a guy who probably makes a decent amount of money, probably is somewhat, like, productive in his own life and will add on to her life. And that is something most women want. They want a guy who's going to add on to her life to some capacity. And any, like, guy who's, like, actually looking for a legitimate woman probably would want the same thing. So I don't really think this is something I can necessarily blame her for, you know? Like, if she's a gold digger for wanting a man who's going to make as much money as she does, like, okay. Cool, I guess.
why else would you say, yeah, I don't care about any of these other things. I'm not picky on looks. I'm not picky on this and that. But he better match my lifestyle. I think that's code for gold digger.
Okay. Cool, I guess. I don't really care that much.
Look for a pre-arrangement to marriage. I'm not super into nightlife.
She doesn't do relationships. She just...
It is interesting that Pokey says she's not into nightlife, but she said that she went... I could have sworn I saw another video of her where she mentioned she went, like, clubbing with, like, friends or something, or, like, clubbing with, like, fellow stream friends. I don't know, somebody. Not that it matters that much. Like, regardless of whether she is or isn't a nightlife person, really doesn't matter that much to me. But still, I could have sworn I heard her say that.
does casual hookups instead.
I have, like...
Okay, who cares?
2 dating app stories that I can remember. I was actually traveling. I was going to a convention. I think the convention was in Boston or something, but I was still using the dating app. So technically I was swiping on people that I could only potentially meet for a weekend.
Not long-term dating, not dating for marriage, but intending only for the weekend. That
Damn, sounds like she made a couple of guys' nights, I guess. You know, they got to sleep with a really famous woman. Lucky them, I guess.
doesn't sound like dating for marriage to me.
I sure as
Who cares? Like, why does it matter to you so much?
hell have gone on many a dates with streamers, courted some streamers, kissed a few frogs, but I never liked one enough to actually date them because I don't date. I sure as hell have gone on many a dates with streamers.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool.
Look how close she gets to these guy streamers. Like, her elbow is all up in his donger space.
Damn, you could tell Mizkif's not hard, though, and the only reason he's not hard is because Pokimane's not crying. That's why. Tough stuff, man. Tough stuff.
There can only be one attention hoe.
It's publicly known that Pokimane was living in the same house as this guy that she had a
Oh, the Fedmeister stuff. Yeah, I remember this. Like, the Fedmeister stuff really, like, doesn't matter that much. Like, they probably were dating to some capacity. They probably were. I wouldn't doubt it. But, like, it wasn't, like, I don't know. It probably wasn't going to last that long. Like, Pokimane doesn't really seem like the kind of person that, like, wants to settle. Fedmeister probably got hurt from it, maybe, but, like, it's like, whatever. Of course fucking Keemstar is going to tweet about it, because fucking Keemstar covers, like, the sloppiest of slop. Listen, I love slop drama as well, but, like, Keemstar is, like, the sloppiest of everybody.
thing with. But you know what, guys? Ponymane's just a hopeless, romantic little angel waiting on her trad Arabian prince to propose to her.
Here's why I'm not married yet. My parents keep asking, so I'm just gonna send them this video.
Not a good sign when even your parents are worried about you fucking around in your 20s. They're like, Iman, you have $20 million. Please, just please stop showing your ass to boys on the internet and give grandbaby. I don't know what kind of accent that was.
Oh yeah, all the, like, Pokey Thick compilation or whatever. It's a smart strategy to, like, get people to watch you and stuff. Like, I mean, listen, intentional, it's probably intentional. Like, I wouldn't doubt that, like, from Pokimane, it's probably, there's, like, some level of intention to it, but, like, I guess it's a smart marketing strategy. Like, what can I say? She's playing into her assets a little bit.
She's like Moroccan Canadian. I did my best.
It didn't feel as ever the right time or opportunity to get married in my early to mid-20s. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Between a pandemic, the economy being in the toilet, and there just being bigger things to worry about, it's kind of nice to see that people aren't rushing into marriage like they used to.
It was not the right time in my 20s. I'm gonna give you guys all these excuses.
As a career-oriented woman, I don't want to settle for someone who's insecure about what I do or wants to control me. I also try to think of it this way. What if it's the last time I'll ever be single? I might as well enjoy it, right?
I'm unable to maintain a relationship or even try. She legit thinks that she's gonna meet an Arabian prince and he's just gonna instantly propose to her. Like,
He might. You never know, man. Like, listen, maybe if you live in, like, fantasy land, maybe if you drink a little bit, maybe if you have a little bit of drugs, maybe. You know, maybe an Arabian prince, if you squint your eyes hard enough, will manifest out of thin air. Maybe he'll, like, stick his fingers up your bum a little bit, give it a little twirl, find some gold up there. You know, that kind of good stuff, right? It's a beautiful thing. I think so. You could probably make a lot of money off of that if you started an OnlyFans as well. But, you know, Pokimane's definitely thought about it for sure. I think there was a clip of her that said that she thought about it, but she says she would never do it. But the mere fact that she thought about it means that, it could be in the pipeline. Never know. I always look at the leak websites. I'm not going to say what the leak websites are because I'm not trying to get them in trouble. You know, if you know, you know.
like, this level of delusion is turning me into Pearl. I'm like, these modern women. So I guess that's why
Oh, that's not really a great woman to turn into. Pearl Davis is kind of a red pill loser.
she's retconning her dating life. She doesn't want her Arabian prince to know, so
I don't want to settle for someone who's insecure about what I do or wants to control me.
yeah, I wonder why her partner would ever feel insecure about her building her entire career off of selling her sexual intimacy. Listen, I know that every woman online gets sexualized, but seriously, what else is she known for? What is Pokimane known for other than entire thirst trap compilations, her titty flopping out in one clip, the countless clips of her bending over and showing—
I mean, titty flopping. I don't know if Pokimane's known for okay, sorry. That's inappropriate. That's probably too much. Sorry, a little bit tipsy tonight. Yeah, that was inappropriate. I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. No, the only thing I could think of Pokimane being known elsewhere is probably, I guess, like, was she in offline TV? I don't think she was in OTK. I think she was in some other, like, streamer house or whatever. And, like, she's obviously collabed with a couple of other content creators like Jason the Ween and a few others. She's streamed on Twitch forever, so I don't know. Like, she's probably known for some other stuff, maybe. I mean, obviously, the whole Pokey Thick compilation was a thing back in the day. It's probably still around to some capacity, but what are you gonna do?
Putting her ass to the camera, putting her feet in the camera a bunch to appeal to her foot fetish fans. And
I mean, hey, do what you gotta do. I think it's a smart marketing strategy. Like, again, she's playing into her assets.
even doing
Her assets.
her pokegasm on stream.
Okay, I promise. I'll never go.
Okay. Bro. You know that was intentional. Okay. I mean, like, I'm not shitting myself over it, but it's like, you know damn well she was doing that intentionally.
She's clearly purposely doing this. It isn't like a oopsie
Probably.
one time
I wouldn't doubt it.
thing. She's been a streamer for like a decade. I think she knows what an AFK screen is. This guy put it really well. He said Pokimane is like a stripper for retarded and autistic children.
Bro, I had beer in my mouth. I couldn't say, whoa, you can't say that word. I was fucking drinking beer.
You know, and not to mention she has these clips where she's like, my editor couldn't stop jerking off to me.
I'm ready to finally tell you why I've been struggling so much with deadlines. Tell me why he proceeds to tell me that the reason why he would sometimes turn around videos a week or two late is because he couldn't stop touching himself.
Obviously,
I mean, I guess it happens to the best of us, but, I don't know. What if he had a girlfriend? What if he was trying to cheat on his girlfriend to, get a couple of pokey, ass clips or whatever?
there's crazy
All the pokey workouts clips.
people out there, but in combination with these other things where even her own editor just sees her as a sex object, I think it's pretty telling what her focus is, and it's being girlfriend simulator.
I don't want to settle for someone who's insecure about what I do or wants to control me. I'd never want to be that way towards my partner.
What does that have to do with her husband being controlling? She's scared that he's gonna make her stop playing girlfriend simulator for her audience. No, you can't overshare anymore. No, you're so controlling. You won't let me do the cosplay as a singer known for doing donger sucking positions in lingerie. I don't
What do you mean? I thought she was doing a cosplay of Ariana Grande. Maybe she is. I don't fucking know. I don't really care about any of this personally. It's like not that big of a deal to me.
even know why she's worried about a man being controlling when her personality shifts based on whatever men online want her to do anyway. Seriously,
Based on what, though?
every time I see a clip of Pokimane, she's shifting between like 3 different voices she does to cater to her audience. It's like a dice roll based on whoever she's pandering to that day. We have voice 1, which is Baby May, and she does the little girl woo-woo voice.
Can I tell you a secret? Every day, one little thing every day. You have the key to looking better and you don't even know it yet.
I mean, like I said, it's a very good content creator / marketing strategy. Like, she's playing into that. She knows that a lot of her audience are simps. Like, it's not deniable at this point. There's a lot of simps in her audience. Like, it is what it is. Like, yeah, there's probably a lot of people that donate tier 3 subs and think that they're, like, best friends with her to some capacity. It's very parasocial. Yeah, like, that's, that's kind of, like, a thing, but again, I mean, she's kind of just, like, playing the game, and she played it very well. That's why she's cream of the crop when it comes to streaming on Twitch.
We have Blackie Mane for her damn self.
Oh, my damn self.
And we have Pokey Chungus, where she's like, derp derp.
You're thinking about how much money you'd make on OnlyFans. Listen, have I had the thought? Like, I wonder, mathematically speaking, how much I would make.
She would definitely make a fortune off OnlyFans. I'm letting you know right now. She would make a fucking fortune. But I think the conversation Pokimane's having, this is a funny freeze frame, by the way, on Pokey's face. But I think Pokimane probably thinks to herself, do I want to do that to myself? Do I want to change that image of myself to just make a ton of money? I mean, like, she probably already has a lot of money anyways, so she may not really, like, she probably has thought about it, but she's probably not, like, gonna do it. Doesn't mean it's not coming down the pipeline, though. You never know. Maybe out the woodwork, it could happen. The leak sites would be fucking booming. They'd have a lot of content to work with, and the simps would probably be happy, but also sad at the same time because they're not the one doing it to Poki. So, tough stuff. Very sad stuff.
Sure, most girls probably have thought that. But have I ever actually considered doing it? Nor, absolutely not.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
You know, she has a personality. It's whoever she's borrowing from that day. One second, she's late outsider, and she says, albeit a social person, I never in my life felt like I truly fit in. People who are outsiders, you know, they just get things like favoritism their whole career, or get famous rubbing elbows or even genitals with famous male streamers, getting constantly boosted and getting promotion from them, constant promotion from Twitch. For the past 10 years, she's
playing the game. She played the networking game, and she was at the right place, right time. You know, it's a good strategy to get up there in the ranks. And that was back before you could even do short form content. But ever since TikTok came, short form content came, and that's like kind of just like the meta of things these days.
Getting rich off of these sponsorships and being pushed to the mainstream, but she's just like outsider. She's not like those other rich people.
Do you think someday we'll have a revolution like that in America? The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that shit.
Uh-oh, retard alert! Retard alert!
These people
Hey, you can't say that word. That's a bad word. Very bad word. You shouldn't say that word.
are so fucking clueless.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other, and we hate the rich. Aren't you the rich? No!
Yeah, like, obviously she is the rich, so, like, a little bit silly of her to say this. Yeah, I mean, bad take, I guess, you know, very disconnected millionaire take. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess, she had a bad take, I guess. Oh no, like, I'm crying, I'm shitting, I'm fucking pissing in my mouth.
The ultra rich, the ultra giga rich.
Do you think it'd be a revolution? I hate the rich. She's worth like $20 million, which is something that people like Asmongold have said as well.
Like her saying, like, let's eat the rich and, oh, we hate the rich. Meanwhile, your net worth is over $20 million. I'm sorry, but no human being needs a net worth of over $20 million.
That's fucking crazy coming from Asmongold, who is like wealth through the fucking roof. Like very, very rich cognitive dissonance coming from Asmongold, who literally forgets things that he says like within 15 seconds. I've seen clips of Asmongold where he talks and he contradicts himself within like 3 or 4 different times within that same clip. I've seen like clips where Asmongold like just completely forgets shit that he says. Like I legitimately am under the belief that Asmongold has like brain fog and that he just forgets shit. So it's like, I don't know, it's very weird for Asmongold to be saying like, hey, you know, you don't need that much money. You don't need a net worth of 20 million, even though he's like fucking insanely rich and he could do whatever the fuck he wants.
You don't. You are the rich.
And it's
Yes, he is.
just so glaringly obvious to everyone except for her. Like, even the guy next to her is having to correct her. Zero self-awareness.
Because the people that like fake streamers are so socially retarded that they
Whoa, that's a bad word, Asmongold.
don't even know that they're fake. I've been to some of these like conventions and these meet and greets, and the people that like the fake streamers are actually so socially retarded and socially inept.
Whoa. My fucking poor dick is going inside out from all these R slurs.
That they think that the streamers are actually like that. They're literal cringe, in some cases children, in all cases mentally children. That's the reason why. They're delusional children. If you have elements of sociopathic behavior or psychopathic behavior, it makes you, in general, more resistant to criticism. And streaming is a very mentally corrosive thing.
Asmongold really
Okay, I guess, so true, King. Based Asmongold take! I could just picture all the Asmongold fans, just, like, fucking gargling Mountain Dew and then, like, fucking, like, doing, like, bopping their head like it's a metal concert, and they're like, Based Asmongold take! Based Asmongold take!
hit it home when he said so many streamers are so blatantly fake, and it's crazy how the audience just doesn't see that. But not Pokimane, of course. By the way, Pokimane runs a talent agency that's sponsored by all of these huge brands like Absolute, Jameson, Facebook,
Damn, lucky girl, I guess.
Chipotle. They get behind her and line her pockets. But as she's raking in millions, she wags her finger at her fans saying, you guys are brokies. You can't afford my cookies.
Like,
Oh, yeah, I remember this drama.
oh my god, $28 for cookies?
It's 4 bags.
$7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
Yeah, I would say that was a very stupid thing to say, a Pokimane. Like, that's a very, very dumb thing to say to your audience, saying, hey, if you're a broke boy, just say so. Like, that's... Like, obviously, like, you know, I think people overblew this controversy and they fucking farmed it and they thought, like, people got very annoying about this controversy. So I do think it was a little bit overblown, but also I can acknowledge that it was a pretty stupid thing to say. Like, it also shows that she's disconnected. Like, she's not, like, Pokimane's not a normal person. She's famous and she has a lot of money. So, like, she obviously doesn't acknowledge that, like, some people can't afford that. Like, let's be real. For me personally, I'm a broke-ass motherfucker, so yeah, $7 for one bag of cookie, or I guess, like, if you pay $28 if you're paying for 4 bags, right, because that's, like, what we're doing here, it's expensive, right? That is very pricey, especially considering, like, I don't have any income right now. Hopefully that'll change soon. I'm working on it, but yeah, so it's just kind of like one of those things where it's a bit of a shitty, disconnected thing to say. I do think people blew it out of proportion, but, you know, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna shit my pants too hard over it. It was just, like, a bad take. Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, if it's too expensive, just don't buy it, right? That's really, like, that's how I would handle it. If I see something that's too pricey, I look at that and go, nah, yeah, it's way too expensive. I could probably get, like, a cheaper option somewhere else, and then just, like, move on with my day, and that's really, like, it.
And then she'll turn around and say, guys, I capped my donations at $5. Spoil yourselves. I think it's so interesting how she hates when people steal from her too, by the way. She's not greedy or controlling, right, for false copy striking people. She goes and she apologizes, and then she just does it again and again.
Oh yeah, she copyright struck Bo Blacks. I remember that stuff. Yeah, that was an interesting time back in 2019. I remember that, yeah.
Again. She did it to the quartering. She did it to this guy for making a black or Chinese meme of her. According to them, allegedly, they show receipts, so I'm inclined to believe them. But with the quartering, she didn't even drop it until he threatened to take her to court. And then they're like, oh no, it was just a mistake. And these people weren't even stealing her content. She just got uppity and tried to censor them. Meanwhile, Pokimane herself is getting banned from Twitch for actually stealing content.
What is this? Iman Pokimane Anus. Or Ennis? Dude, it's always been like a weird last name. I'm sorry if I butchered Pokimane's last name. Is the first big scalp of Twitch's DMCA drama, with the longtime streamer being hit with a 48-hour ban midway through a 10-hour Avatar The Last Airbender watch party. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean... You know, I'm pretty sure Avatar The Last Airbender aired on Nick, right? Nickelodeon, I'm pretty sure. Or, like, what is it? The cartoon division of Nick or whatever. Either way, right? Nickelodeon tends to be pretty stingy with their copyright, so it'd be like that. I know historically Pokimane has had, like, a bit of a problem when it comes to, like, transformative reactions, where she doesn't really add a lot of meaningful commentary in history. That might change. Like, maybe she still does reaction content. Maybe she's gotten better with it. So who knows if she's better with it now. But yeah, that's definitely, like, a criticism you could levy at her back then. Though I don't watch her enough to know if that's something you could say now.
They had to give her that mandatory slap on the wrist for doing that.
I'm very, very sorry. I am genuinely so sorry. I just want to make it really clear that I fully support transformative content.
Oh, Brittany Venti's being a little bit dishonest. I remember when she made this apology video, by the way. Brittany Venti used this this clip from her apology to It's a Gundam specifically. The It's a Gundam situation was when she said that nobody should sponsor It's a Gundam just because he made, like, a satire video against her. So, obviously that is a bit shitty to say sponsors shouldn't support him or whatever. That is shitty, but, you know, like, what are you gonna do? It's like, it's old drama, you know, Pokimane doesn't do that shit anymore. I would say, like, it's kind of, like, weird for Brittany Venti to include this clip and say that she had to apologize to the quartering, even though this apology was for something else entirely. That makes the video come across as a little bit dishonest on Brittany Venti's part, but okay.
I've tried really, really hard to learn from my mistakes, and not make the same mistakes.
Speaking of stealing content, she reminds me a lot of another streamer, Kaceytron. She's currently being sued by H3H3 for stealing his content maliciously. And now
Ooh, well, they reached a settlement now, so it's all good.
announcing how she is purposely trying to steal his ad rev away.
So to just constantly be told like I knew exactly what I was doing and I was asking for this is also just like a blatant lie.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're gonna watch it.
Something you need to know about Kaceytron is that she smokes a lot of weed, and she smoked so much weed that she had literal amnesia about stealing H3H3's content.
Yeah, no, she's a bit of a pothead. So, like, that's, like, it is what it is, I guess. But she was like, you know, it's good to not react to Ethan Klein or to actually, like, see Ethan Klein's content or whatever.
I don't know. I think that he probably just took some other video that I was reacting to of Real Housewives or something, and that's why I'm smoking the weed, because I don't think I ever reacted to that.
Oh my god, Cameron F305's in the background? Yo, shout out to Cameron F305 for making a cameo appearance.
Of like hiding a lot of the pain from my family, you know? Let me load this bowl. Let's smoke. Let's smoke really quick. I'm gonna load a bowl and smoke, and then I'm
How incredible.
gonna get on my way.
I'm pretty sure she's literally brain damaged. Honestly, she should use that as a
Probably, she is a little bit, she does strike me as a little bit brain broken. I mean, like, it's good that her and Ethan reached a settlement. You know, I'm glad it probably is like a huge weight off of her back. So, good stuff. But I do hope that Ethan continues to pursue the lawsuit against Denims, because holy fuck, she is like a million times worse than Kaceytron is.
defense in court. You know what? But we shouldn't be so mean to her. All she knows is surviving, okay?
And like crying and
Truly.
shit, because it's not something that I want to do. Like, I've been put in this position where this is what I have to do to survive.
Girl, you realize I make more money streaming than what I would working at McDonald's. Like, what is this logic? You fucking dumb incel.
It's terrible stuff.
Casey-
She talking to one of Asmongold's fans? Because, like, Asmongold's fans are definitely, like, full of incels, so I wouldn't doubt it. Probably.
Tron doesn't need to take accountability. She can just blame incels and misogyny.
The reason why I have such ire towards me is really just because I've spoken out against misogyny for years.
I've been on this platform for 10 plus years speaking out against misogyny in the space, and that's why I have the ire of so many incels, as you have seen.
So brave of her.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's, like, a level of truth to criticizing Kaceytron for maybe just not putting enough effort into her content. And I agree. I don't think she puts a lot of effort into her content, and then she complains why she's not as famous as she should be, considering she's been streaming on Twitch for over 10 years. You know, why doesn't she have this? Why doesn't she have that? It's because she's lazy, and she's not interesting, and she complains all the time. And that's really why she's just not as famous as she could be. She doesn't put effort into her content. She doesn't adapt to the meta of what content creation is. She doesn't put any short-form content out on any of her channels. So, like, she needs to get short-form content out, because that's literally how you become successful as a content creator, is if you put out short-form content. That's literally it. And she needs to put more effort into her content. That's literally it.
She's gonna go up to the judge and be like, Your Honor, it's actually because of late incels and misogynists.
Whenever it comes to like the incels like Asmongold and XQC.
Well, there's definitely a level of truth for Asmongold having fans that are incels. Like, I mean, I reacted, or I saw Papa Gut react to like a whole stream with Asmongold where they talked about how, like, you know, it's gonna sell more if they have like big titty like video game characters or whatever, or something like that, even though it would be immersion breaking for something like Ghost of Tsushima or like, what is it, Stellar Blade or whatever, which is like, I don't know, like, Asmongold is like part of that like weird anti-woke community, and like I think there's a massive level of truth of Asmongold's fans being like absolute fucking incels that don't really do a lot with their life.
Weepytron got into it with Asmongold, calling him and his viewers incels to deflect criticism.
Well, there's definitely, you can't deny that, Brittany. There's definitely like a huge level of truth in that.
you guys are watching right now, like every fucking incel community that's been attacking me relentlessly for like the past 10 years is going to use it for YouTube clips, because they literally make careers out of bullying women like me.
It's terrible stuff, Casey. Terrible.
To be like criticized for like coming on camera and like crying and shit, because it's not something that I want to do. Like, I've been put in this position where this is what I have to do.
You could just try to put more effort into your content and stop being lazy. That's like something that you could do
to survive.
It's crazy to me how 1 second Weepytron is crying, sobbing.
Fucking Weepytron. It's just like so silly. It's like such a dumb name.
Weeping about the fact that the incel boogeyman got her, and then the next second she'll do this tough guy act. She's like condescending to incels.
I know like Asmongold and XQC think that for some reason this is going to like be the end of me. I don't know if they think that I'm going to quit streaming or if they think that they're going to finally bully me enough into or whatever. I don't know what they think, but I'm going to be here for a while.
She needs to learn to just keep her head down if she's going to be that pathetic. You can't 1 second be like, ooh, poor me, the incels, and be like, you guys are such incels, but please help me, I'm so victim. But no, instead she'll unprovoked go lash out and attack Hila Klein's appearance, right?
I would feel bad for her if her response to getting sued wasn't to laugh and call Hila ugly.
Oh, this no good motherfucker and his ugly ass wife. She's
that's not nice, Casey. You shouldn't be saying that. That's crazy.
Ugly on the inside and the outside.
That's terrible, Casey. That's not very nice.
Because Kaceytron is a real looker. She's walking around all decrepit like, ugh.
Well, have you seen Kaceytron 10 years ago? 10 years ago, she was around my age, and I don't know. Like, she definitely was a lot better looking, and then she got older and started smoking weed more, and then she just got more, like... She just started to look probably not as bad as Taylor Lorenz, but Taylor Lorenz might have some competition soon in the old hag department.
Yeah, Ethan Klein's ugly ass wife. Go back to weeping. In response to all of this, Asmongold called out the cry bully that is Weepytron.
You know, like, I'm somebody who deals with like a lot of harassment. I've dealt with like a lot of harassment over the years. Like,
yeah, so am I from you, bitch. What do you mean?
Like, I would say more than most people.
Maybe. It's possible, I guess. I don't know.
But it's even, like, getting to be just, like, a little bit too much for me sometimes. Like, honestly.
Can't stand the heat? Get out of the kitchen. Quit streaming. You said...
Wow, that's crazy.
They're talking shit all the time. Talking shit constantly. And now you get a little bit of it back, and you're a victim. You are a cry bully. You have no problem bullying and lying about people constantly. And now it's happening to you? Thank God.
It's interesting. Like, it's very interesting when Asmongold says that, like, hey, you know, you're a bully and you can't stand the heat and you lie about other people, but, like, I literally reacted to his, like, Kyle Kalinske piece, and he definitely, like, lied a lot by omission there, and he, just to, like, make his point, so Asmongold is, okay, I don't know. He just, like I said, the brain fog really kicks in. He just forgets things that he says like 15 seconds after he says it.
Weepytron compared Asmongold to Casey Anthony, a woman who was believed to have murdered her child.
Yeah, that's the girl that loves Asmongold, right?
Oh, I hate that motherfucker. Don't say that name to me. He makes men look bad. And then the fact that so many men like him, it makes men look worse. Kind of like how, who's the woman that made all women look bad? Like Casey Anthony made all women, you know what I mean?
Literally comparing him to what people believe to be a child murderer.
Well, I don't know if, I mean, I guess you could make that criticism, but, like, I don't know if, I think Casey's point originally was that, like, Casey Anthony or whatever that name was like just making women look bad, where Asmongold just makes men look bad. Now, is it a bit of a false equivalence because of the actions that both of them do? I guess you could make that criticism, but I guess, I don't know.
You know, Asmongold is just being the king of incel misogynists, right? And her sister are the real victims.
My sister made a post and is being attacked by incels, claiming my family deserves to have our home taken because of consequences. Please show us some support.
Victims of the incel boogeyman. Weepytron has had such a fall from grace. This woman used to troll guys into giving her money.
Put them away, I am trying to eat, okay? You can mute the stream like everybody else fucking does.
Kaceytron actually used to be, like, really funny, like, 10 years ago. Like, she would actually, like, she would be, like, a titty streamer, and she would, like, troll on stream, and she would get, like, really upset, and like she would farm that. Like Kaceytron actually used to be funny. I don't know why she can't continue to do that. I mean, I guess she wanted to evolve her content, but she's not actually putting any effort into anything, and she wonders why she's not as famous. Also, like, she's around my age during this time, like around 24 or 25. This was 10 years ago. I was like, damn, Kaceytron actually like looks like the kind of woman I would, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I definitely would, she's the kind of woman I would talk to at a bar and try to be like, hey, you know.
No, I am not fucking mad. Why would I be fucking mad? Rush, Keck, what inspired you to become a professional girl gamer? I just kind of felt like it was something that I was kind of meant to do because I got really good at posing naked with Xbox controllers, like covering up various parts of my body.
My God. See, this is funny. This is actually like really funny content. I don't know why she can't just do this anymore.
I also...
Instead, she just like smokes fucking weed all the time and she just complains on stream. It's like, girl, like you actually used to be like really funny.
Oh no, all 100 original Pikachus. You know, just different things like that since I've been gaming for so long.
She was literally like a master rage baiter troll. And now she's on stream sobbing and crying all the time, begging for money.
These funds are not going to last much longer, given the needs of the litigation and the work that is being done to defend against Ethan Klein's lawsuit.
If I had been given just like one fucking leg up in life, I've always been funny. I should be more famous than I am, but I...
Great. And then she's like complaining on stream. Yeah, you always have been funny. You actually used to be like really funny. Why don't you just lean into that or like find a way to evolve it?
Not because I'm not a fucking man.
So modest and humble. Yeah.
It's terrible. Listen, I don't know. Like if she puts down the... I really do believe that like smoking weed just makes people so much stupider. Like I'm sure it relieves a lot of anxiety. I'm sure it's done a lot of good things. Like it's... You know, I'm sure like medically using marijuana to like help with cancer and stuff is good shit. Like I'm sure there's like nuance to it. But like... Girl, like, I just can't help but feel like people that have smoked way too much fucking weed just become so much stupider, and that's, like, happened to Kaceytron. You can really see her content change as she smokes more and more weed.
Other men existing are the reason why you're so pathetic. I don't think she does anything else these days except for sobbing and crying. Like, every time I see her, she's just sobbing. She was sobbing about how the incels are saying how she's gonna have to prostitute herself to pay for the legal fees with H3H3.
On my house, that I'm going to be homeless on the streets, that I'm going to have to be prostituting myself for money and
Nobody
shit.
said that. I didn't say that.
All sorts of really fucked up awful shit said to me across all social media on a constant fucking basis.
And it's gonna get worse too. And you're gonna deserve every single little bit of it.
Why does she view it as so bad that they're telling her she's gonna have to prostitute herself? Isn't sex work empowering in her community? It's not like she...
I mean, I guess, but like, even if like sex work is empowering, I think the whole point of empowering for sex work is that like you don't judge people for it. You know, like most women who get into sex work don't want to do sex work when you really think about it. I'm sure there's like a very small amount who really, really enjoy it and do it for the love of the game. But like a majority of them do it to survive. You know, sometimes they may have a kid that they're trying to take care of. Maybe they have somebody else. Like they get into sex work because it just makes them... it just makes them money. Like it gets them the money that they need and they have to keep going into it. Like, I don't know, like what can I say? Like sex work is like a thing that they don't want to do. I just feel like that's a weird equivalence that Brittany Venti is using because it's like, you know, like she doesn't want to get into sex work. You know, it's empowering because the sense of judgment and stigma shouldn't be there. And that's the point. We're trying to destigmatize the whole sex work stuff that's been happening. You know, that's the whole point.
She wasn't already twerking on stream for money.
Was she? Oh, shit. I mean, damn, I guess she was. Wow. Good for her, I guess.
Or if that doesn't float her boat, maybe she can go back to scrubbing toilets on stream with her cheesecakes hanging out.
Bleach everything.
Oh, I guess streamers do be enjoying that stuff. I don't know. I guess the chat be enjoying that. Everyone stop fapping in chat. Okay, dude, Jesus Christ.
I'm just gonna throw that rag
But now, once your looks have faded, now you're not able to do it anymore. And so now you decide to just dedicate all of your streams to hating men that are more successful than you ever were.
Well, I think there's a little more to it than that. I think that she just started smoking a lot of weed and she started complaining a lot, and that's what kind of like drew people away, because the more you complain, the less people are going to stick around. Like, Kaceytron actually did used to be like really funny on stream. I actually think it was like really hilarious how she would be like pretend mad and she would like try to bait people to like donate into her. I mean, like, wasn't that Asmongold's ex-girlfriend's thing as well? Like, she would do the same thing that Kaceytron did, where she would just like, you know, like fucking rage bait people to like get money, and like Asmongold's ex-girlfriend was like a titty streamer as well. I'm surprised they even dated to begin with.
Farm that stuff. You used to capitalize and spread those negative stereotypes yourself.
Weepytron's acting so hard up for money. She's like, oh my god, they're telling me I have to get a job. They're telling me I have to prostitute myself. She's sobbing about her finances, how everyone's telling her she's gonna be broke. And the funny thing is about her sobbing about her finances and farming her pity points is the amount of money she's actually making per month. As of this recording, she has 2,354 subscribers on Twitch. A normal subscription on Twitch is like $5, and most streamers have to give half of it to Twitch. But if you're a bigger streamer or you have a deal with Twitch, sometimes you'll get like 75% of the cut instead. So realistically, she's taking home more than 50%. So let's call it $3, because also you have different tier subscribers, and we don't know how many are like tier 3 subscribers that are paying like $15 a month or more. So 3 times the current amount of subs she has is around $7,000. But realistically, it's probably closer to $10,000 a month.
I mean, listen, $7,000 a month for somebody who doesn't have a job. If you're living in New York City, that shit is still not enough to live here. Shit be fucking expensive here. Maybe in other states that's like worth it, but here in New York, you need a lot more than that to survive.
We're not factoring in tier 3 subs, and we're also not factoring in all of the donations that she gets on stream. So she's earning $7,000 to $10,000 a month for smoking weed and watching videos on stream. And this is not including the donations that she gets on stream, nor is it including the 60 grand that she's raised for the lawsuit. So why is she crying about money? Asmongold explained that when he dated his ex-girlfriend Pink Sparkles, that Weepytron was jealous of her. And this lines up with my experience with Weepytron as well. I was a fan of her when she used to troll. I used to donate to her even when I didn't have it because I was orphaned at 16. And when I
That's terrible stuff.
started streaming under Brittany Venti, I had just freshly turned 18 and decided
Sorry, I got massive Katie Bugs flashbacks there for a moment.
that I was going to do funny, trolling, satirical content. I was trying to find some standing in the world, and you know, I had bills, I had rent to pay. And
that's terrible. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm fucking crying my eyes out.
I was actually a moderator for Weepytron, and then when I became a streamer and I had rebranded to do satire and trolling, suddenly she unmodded me. I was a part of her community. I had friends in that community. We would go on raid call, which was what Discord is now. And suddenly I start streaming and she begins to ostracize me. And by the way, I know some people
She had no issues with me when I was a nobody subscribing to her and giving her money, though.
are like, oh, it's because you're right wing. But this was long before I had any sort of political standing online. And she was friendly with me in the community when I was 17 and streaming until I rebranded and started getting a lot of viewers. She began to make fun of me on stream in a very passive aggressive way. Like she stole one of my wheel bits where I would spin the wheel and it would just be something silly like, oh, what's someone's donger size? And then I spin the wheel and it puts a random number. And she took that bit and then kept it forever as she's ostracizing me out of her community.
Well, I think that's a bit of a pearl clutch on your part, Brittany Venti. Like, just because somebody takes inspiration from things or somebody takes, like, a bit from something, like, you can't trademark, like, a spin the wheel kind of, like, content sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, if just because she took it because she thought it was a good idea doesn't necessarily make her, like, bad for it. You know, she's just playing into what works for the content creation game. Some people do it better than others. It's the same logic that Internet Versus, I guess... Boblax was upset when Internet Versus started doing the Internet Versus videos. Even though Boblax was doing Twitter Versus first, and Boblax got really upset at it, but the Internet Versus guy did it very well, and dare I say it, they probably do it a little bit better than Boblax does. Boblax probably could still do Twitter Versus, Boblax probably could still make content, but instead, like, Boblax is just, like, not really doing anything, like, super productive about it, so...
She claims to be pro-women and fighting misogyny, but she is one of the biggest proponents of intersexual competition that I have ever seen.
What the fuck is intersexual competition? What the... I guess, like, are you talking about, like, competition between men and women? Like, is that your argument here? Because I don't know what the fuck you just said.
Other female streamers hosted me and would banter with me and didn't have a problem with what I was doing, but Weepytron did. If Weepytron was so pro-women, then why, when I was struggling and orphan, she proceeded to ostracize me out of her community?
Well, she doesn't really owe you anything, you know? Like, Twitch streamers don't really owe you anything at the end of the day. Sometimes, you know, like, yeah, you could be a big part of their community, and yeah, like, that's part of it, but maybe she truly didn't like you after all, and that's, I guess, a nasty, tough pill to swallow, but, you know, streamers don't owe you anything at the end of the day. Streamers are not your friends, you know? It sounds like Brittany Venti is self-reporting a little bit of parasocialism here, you know, because, like, isn't that a criticism that you gave earlier to Pokimane earlier in this video? Of, like, fostering parasocial relationships, but then you just told us a story literally describing parasocial relationships?
My story, you have Asmongold's story about his ex-girlfriend Pink Sparkles putting Weepytron out of business and how that upset Weepytron, and then she started being passive-aggressive or just aggressive to Asmongold.
She's an awful person. She's been an awful person for like a decade, and she's harassed people constantly. She's harassed me constantly. So yeah, and well, if she was jealous, I mean, she's jealous of Izzy for sure. Absolutely she was. So yeah, and women jealousy bullshit, that's what it was, right?
And it doesn't end there. My good friend Mira had a very similar experience, but even worse with Weepytron. My friend had just started streaming and she was playing League of Legends. She actually was good and in Diamond due to her own gameplay, and she would actually stream the ranked games, unlike some other people. And she started—
Damn, Pokimane still catching strays. It's terrible stuff.
Doing really well. At one point she got like 7,000 live viewers. But Weepytron can't have this. She's the only fish allowed in the pond. She actually believes she's the only one who's allowed to troll or make satirical jokes about gaming, so she got mad. My friend suspected that Weepytron was lurking her streams to hate on her, so she actually modded her so that her name would appear at the top of the chat, because mods are always at the top. And Weepytron's showing my friend's Twitter, her stream, on her own Twitch stream to basically bully her and try to get rid of the competition, and then she would delete the VOD. And my friend, who just viewed it as some banter, would reply and not delete the VOD. She didn't take it seriously, she just thought it was fun for the views. But then Weepytron was actually seething at my friend because she's outperforming her, playing the same video game that she's playing, and getting more views because her streams are more interesting. So then
I think Kaceytron falls victim to a very common thing, a much more common thing on Twitch than people care to admit. And there is a lot of competition that goes on in these spaces. You know, I think that there is like, a lot of streamers compare themselves to other people, and they would be lying if they said otherwise. I think that's a very normal thing for a lot of streamers on Twitch specifically to go through. I don't know if it's as much of a thing on YouTube or even Kick or any other place. I feel like I only notice it on Twitch for some reason. But, like, you know, like, sometimes you compare yourself to others and you think that just because you don't have as many views that you see yourself as not as entertaining. And it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy in a lot of ways, and you kind of just, like, have to break free from that. You have to, like, not get caught up in that. You kind of just have to keep going at it, you know? You gotta see through it, my boy, or my girl, or my non-binary gal.
Weepytron goes and asks other streamers if they have anything on my friend to try to get her banned from Twitch, literally trying to ruin her livelihood. And my friend starts to get these weird $2 donations that are accusing her of view botting. She thought it was very strange and she suspected something was wrong, so she went and checked the email. And guess who it was that was sending the donations? Weepytron. And it was the same email that she had on her Twitch page, so it was definitely her. It was her PayPal. The donation was tipped as anonymous.
Why are you blurring out the Gmail and then Kaceytron? Like, we obviously can see, like, we can obviously like put together what this email is.
And it says,
or who the email address is. Like, I feel like it's not that difficult to put together. I feel like the censoring is almost pointless.
When are you going to get banned for excessively view-botting yourself? Anyone that
Who knows? Maybe she actually was view-botting. We never know.
Weepytron doesn't like and does better than her must be using bots. Just like how—
Damn.
how men existing is the reason why she's not popular enough.
There's like a whole sector of incel drama slop tubers that have made videos on me.
Whoa, Casey! That's fucking crazy that I'm catching a stray from Kaceytron in a fucking stream. Casey, that is terrible. Why are you talking what do you say fuck me for? I just gave you valid criticism on how you could get better and how you could get more views and how you can get your content back up. What do you say fuck me for?
And a lot of these videos will have thousands of viewers. And then if you like look at the quality of the video is like actually really dog shit low quality, which I think really like speaks to the bot farming and the botnet. I don't know.
So clearly Weepytron is actively trying to deplatform my friend. And in case you're wondering,
I don't think she's trying to deplatform your friend. I think they're just like, when are you going to get banned for excessively? It's just like a weird rage donation. I don't really think that's necessarily a form of attempting to deplatform somebody.
why is it in euros? It's because my friend Mira is German, so it's in the currency that she receives. So my friend goes to show
Germans!
The proof on stream, like, hey guys, she's her.
Knock, knock, who's there? Open the door!
Harassing me, accusing me of U-botting, but she's talking all this smack about me. Because Weepytron's fans are in my friend's chat spamming all the time. And my friend's trying to show proof because they're calling her a liar. Meanwhile, Weepytron is spreading libel about my friend. And also encouraging her stream to harass her just on the premise of her doing better. So then this anti-misogynist here goes and reports my friend to Twitch staff. Which is a fair assumption to make considering that she deleted the VODs and she's harassing her, asking people if they have anything on her to get her banned. And my friend got banned for 30 days off of Twitch, meaning she could not make money for 30 days when this is her livelihood because Weepytron weeped to the Twitch staff. And the reason given was doxing, even though this email was public on Weepytron's profile. And Weepytron purposely deleted her VODs talking smack about my friend, which would have been considered lay harassment on Twitch. Meanwhile, my friend kept her VODs up. So basically, Weepytron manipulated the situation to make it look like my friend is just randomly harassing her, when the reality was my friend was being harassed by Weepytron, even through donations, so that it would show on my friend's stream.
All of this probably maybe has a level of truth to it, though it's hard to see. Like, I saw some proof of it, but I'm probably gonna need to like see more proof of it if it's actually like true. But even then, it was like old drama anyways, so it's like I kind of like, I almost just, is it like rude of me to say that I kind of just don't care about this? Like, it's just like, this kind of seems very stupid.
To encourage even more people to attack her. So like Pokimane, Weepytron gets 0 consequences and gets Twitch staff favoritism.
Especially whenever I don't
That's
feel
so
like I
sad.
have like a whole lot of support.
Yeah, because nobody likes you because you're a nasty bitch.
Wow, that was a little bit aggressive, Asmongold. Jeez, how? Fucking, he's certainly not beating the incel allegations anytime soon, especially with his audience.
People like Pokimane and Weepytron will say all day, oh my god, I love women, I support girl gamers, I can't believe this misogyny. And then they'll try to deplatform you, whether it's through copy striking or snitching to Twitch staff and being a cryboy.
You need more women around you who are willing to talk. You know what the sad truth is? The way that people treat me deters any other woman in this space from genuinely talking about their honest opinions or behaving how they probably really want to, because they recognize the treatment that they can expect.
So, well, you could apply that both ways by saying like Pokimane puts on a front when she tries to, I guess, put on her personality for her streaming, right? So that could go both ways, but I mean, I don't think she's entirely wrong either.
She ain't seen it. She ain't said a single fucking thing about this. Meanwhile, she talking about Believe Victims, about Zoe Spencer. Yeah, that was the other one. Sorry, I forget her name. And the fact is that that's the reason why I am just so annoyed by people like this, is because you say shit like this, but you don't really believe it. And you use these different social issues as advertising. That's what you do, man, not those victims, right? Fake as fuck for you to tweet out and have opinions on Dr. Disrespect and all these other types of sexual assault, but not go out and call out these 2 girls that are doing it.
So just
interesting. I mean, like, I feel like Asmongold's horseshoe theorying himself a little bit, because like he's saying like you're fake as fuck and you don't actually, like, you put out these fake beliefs and virtue signal, but like Asmongold virtue signals to his right-wing audience all the fucking time. Like, it goes both ways. Like, Asmongold does the same shit that he's criticizing Pokey for. You know, and there might be a level of truth to the fact that she didn't call out I think he's referencing the Nina Lynn stuff. There might be a level of truth that she didn't call out the Nina Lynn stuff immediately. Maybe. It's possible. But I would need to see a little more proof of that.
Like Pokimane, Weepytron is one of these like pro-women virtue signalers. They can't really take criticism, and it seems like to me their market is their sexuality. So they have a motivation to have intersexual competition.
I'm sure that was part of it. I mean, it definitely was in her earlier days of her streaming, especially like her being like a titty streamer and then like baiting for donations. But she was actually kind of funny then. So like honestly, like if Kaceytron went back to that to some capacity, and she I don't know. I mean, it's a bit tough to recover from that, especially with the whole Ethan Klein stuff that's happening, but I'm sure she can evolve. She'll find a way. She just needs to actually start putting fucking effort into her content. She needs to start putting brain power into it again, instead of just like smoking weed on stream all the time.
These streamers construct these dishonest personas for branding in order to make money, and they act like victims because they can't take criticism. Meanwhile, they get special treatment from Twitch staff, and then people, like myself, are banned from Twitch over nothing. And it seems—
I don't know about that. You did blackface. So... And you definitely do like a lot of weird rage baiting for the right. So, I don't know, Brittany. Like, I'm not willing to fully buy if you were banned for nothing. Hold on a second. I'm gonna verify. Okay, so based on the sources that I've found, like the multiple that I've looked at an article, I looked at some Reddit threads, I looked at the Wikitubia page, I even looked at like AI Overview. Apparently like she was banned because of like just the constant TTS that was like super offensive that she would play. It didn't seem like she did anything to like regulate it. It's very rare for a streamer to get banned for having offensive TTS as long as they do something about it. They make an effort to like stop that shit. But it's very clear she wasn't actually doing that, and she constantly kept having it play over and over again. So that's probably why you were banned. Like, just to be clear, is because you had like multiple offenses and multiple bans from text to speech. So I don't know. Apparently, AI Overview says another for animal cruelty involving her cat. I don't know if that's true or not. That's just AI Overview saying that. So take that with a grain of salt. Make of that what you will.
Seemed like Weepytron was getting away with this. Until now. Right after I was done recording this video, Ethan Klein came out with this video of Kaceytron.
When I said the lawsuit was frivolous and based on misogyny, it was to garner sympathy, protect my own reputation, and retaliate against the Kleins.
Obviously, everyone—
Yeah, I mean, she was obviously forced to say that for legal reasons as part of the settlement deal. So, it's like, it is what it is. Like, what are you gonna do?
presumes this script was written by Ethan for Weepytron to read, but this makes it so funny that she has to do this humiliation ritual and be forced to face the consequences of her actions.
I also want to make clear that I did not receive any support, financial or otherwise, from Hassan Piker. Hassan never even reached out to me privately to offer words of support.
That I believe. Like, Hassan seems like too much of a douchebag. Like, he'll pretend like he supports these streamers, but then, like, will just never do it. Yeah, like, he's too much of an ego-driven douchebag. So that part I definitely believe.
Speaking honestly, I found his indifference to my suffering hurtful, especially after he hinted he might help me behind the scenes.
In the apology video, she calls out Hassan for not helping her, despite the fact that he's rich and he said he would. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's funnier to presume it is, considering that, well, she said it. So you can say that in a court of law, it is true. It's legally binding. And Hassan responded with this.
She said she had to say, you said you will help, but did not help at all and just use it to make yourself popular. That's what they demanded in the settlement. That's so fucking sad. But hey, yeah, no, that's right. I'm a bad person. You can say whatever the fuck you want about how much of a fucking douchebag I am, how much you hate me in your settlement negotiations. If Ethan Klein is up your asshole, crawling up your asshole, hell yeah.
He doesn't really deny the claim that he didn't help Weepytron.
If you are getting—
Yeah, I mean, he probably didn't help her at all.
Your rocks off of basically trying to—
I'd be getting my rocks off all the fucking time, dude.
Bankrupt.
Not to Hassan, though. Those glasses are a bit of a turnoff. I don't know, for me personally. If it was a woman, it'd be different. They can rock those glasses a little better than Hassan can, I think.
Random person online.
Agree, disagree, get angry. I don't know.
So much so that they might become homeless.
Bro, so many people are subbing to Hassan with like a Prime sub. Isn't Amazon Prime or Amazon itself on the BDS list? Like, isn't that what you all advocate for anyways?
You make them shoot an ISIS-style hostage video in the process of mediator, you are one of the biggest, most pathetic losers of all fucking time, torturing small streamers.
Yeah, Hassan would know a lot about torturing small things, wouldn't he?
Didn't you get banned for like animal cruelty or something? Like, I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, Brittany Venti, like that is like a very hypocritical thing that you just said. Again, grain of salt, I don't know if that actually is true, but like one of the sources said that she did. I don't know if that is or isn't true, so just to be clear, but it's like a little bit like weird if that is true and you're running this point.
My phone with me, can we just
do screen photo?
Here. Yeah. Ready? Hey, free Kaya. Free Kaya.
Nice to meet you, man.
Bro, you can tell Hassan definitely didn't like it, but he kind of like played it off for camera and stuff.
For the record, I have agreed to cooperate with the clients in their litigation against the H3 Snark mods for promoting my live stream to the extent that I am able.
Weebytron was forced to donate all of the money and support she cried to get for the lawsuit to Ethan.
As to the GoFundMe money, to the extent there are any remaining funds after I pay my attorney's fees, I have agreed to pay the remaining funds to the clients. The funds will not go to anyone else, including Denham's or Frogan, to defend their lawsuits.
So all of those people who donated their money to her against Ethan, who hate Ethan, ended up just filling his pockets.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of knew that was going to happen anyways. That was like the most predictable outcome that could come from it anyways.
Including iDubbbz's husband, Anissa, who donated $1,000.
That's so funny, though. I gotta say, like, that's hilarious that Anissa donated $1,000 and then wound up just giving it to Ethan anyways. She's probably seething. She's probably so fucking angry at that. You have no idea.
So she loses $1,000. Meanwhile, she's forcing Ian to eat off of cardboard like an alley rat. They're having to buy Halloween dinnerware on clearance just to show the stream that they have plates. And she's giving Weebytron $1,000, only for it to end up in the man she hates pockets. I have to give it to Ethan. This is a pretty top tier troll.
I gotta be honest, like, I don't know why Ian and Anissa don't just go on financial audit. Like, they really should just go on Caleb Hammer's show and, like, figure out a way to get their shit together.
I apologize to Ethan and Gila personally. I have said extremely mean and cruel things about both of them, particularly my misogynistic attacks against Gila that never should have been said. I also want to acknowledge the pervasive problem of anti-Semitism in leftist spaces.
That's so funny that she, like, outed this, because it is absolutely true. There is a huge anti-Semitism on the far left. Also on the far right as well. They're, like, with fucking, like, Nick Fuentes and stuff. There's definitely... That's why conservatives are infighting more.
It should concern all of us. I condemn it and will not participate in it.
I'm not sponsored, so if you guys enjoyed this video, give it some love. And my social media links are below if you want to follow me. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Okay, that fucking ending. Alright, well, it was an interesting watch. I don't know if it's great hearing it from Brittany Venti, but certainly an interesting watch nonetheless.